The Detroit Lions are no doubt favorites to at least make it back to the NFC title game with hopes of going to our first ever Super Bowl. And we've talked about ways that we think that we could get there. Now, I've mentioned long before this video that if the Detroit Lions were not going to do anything on defense of a game-changing variety, that maybe they should go all out on offense to make sure that they are the #1 offense in the league and have to outscore their opponents. It kind of worked out when we faced the Minnesota Vikings. We were able to get in field goal range and get that game-winning field goal. With that being said, it looks like that bettors are trying to put receiver Cooper Kupp to the Detroit Lions. He has been listed as, our team has been listed as one of the teams that are kind of favorited to land him, but not the highest favorited team. According to the 33rd team in their YouTube channel, says the Steelers are now the favorites to acquire Cooper Kupp if he is traded. The updated odds appear as so. The Steelers with the highest, the Chargers, the Buccaneers with the loss of Mike Evans and Chris Godwin is gone for the season, and the Detroit Lions all before the Falcons, Commanders, Bills, and Saints. This is very weird to me as to how we have the 4th highest odds, according to Sports Betting AG, to land wide receiver Cooper Kupp. Now, as far as I know, there's no connection between the LA Rams and the Detroit Lions outside of that. Well, Brad Holmes. Brad Holmes is that connection. But landing Cooper Kupp is just something I don't think would happen, even though I still believe if we are not going to do something on defense of the game-changing variety, that we could go OP on offense. And Cooper Kupp would help us do that, but he's been battling quite the bit of injuries for the past couple of seasons. Let's take a look at his stats and see what would he bring for to the Detroit Lions or whatever team that he's traded to. 3rd round pick in 2017. Man, it seems like it hasn't even been that long ago. 31, 6'2", 207. Just turned 31 in June, so that was before the season. Now, he spent some time on injured reserve. He only has 18 catches for 147 yards, 1 touchdown, and you see his average of 8.2. What has he done, though, over the course of his career? LA Rams drafted him back in 2017. That was the year after they drafted Jared Goff. So Jared Goff is that connection. Jared Goff and Brad Holmes. Coming off that Triple Crown season, the year they won the Super Bowl. But since then, he has not completed a complete season. I was watching a podcast yesterday, and they think that that Super Bowl run, that Triple Crown kind of run, really took its toll on Cooper Kupp. And that's what's happening there. Played 12 games last year. And not bad, though, 12 games, kind of put up those mid-receiver numbers, and played 2 games this year. I want to say it was the Rams against the Detroit Lions and then the one after that, and has been on injured reserve until either the game. No, I think he's returning. He's going to return tomorrow against the Minnesota Vikings, if I'm not mistaken. So are we going to do this? I highly doubt it. We don't have... At this point, I think it's apparent that whatever move we make needs to be on defense, unless Brad Holmes is just have fascination with Cooper Kupp and he just wants to go. But Cooper Kupp is not what he once was. He's not what he once was. Not sure. I mean, of course, he could help any team he goes to, but he's not what he once was. Now, according to Spot Track, his base salary is $15 million. And then we'll talk about what the going around asking price is for Cooper Kupp, and I think is absolutely insane. I'll let you know in a minute. His base salary for this season was, according to Spot Track, he was making $15 million. Now, I did divide that in the games that would be left, and he would make about $8.8 million in the 9 games that he has left to play for whatever team. But here's like the biggest selling point. You are a former 3rd round pick. Don't get me wrong. You were a dog, helped the LA Rams win that Super Bowl, play with JG. But the rumors are they're asking for a second for Cooper Kupp. There's no way that I give a 2nd round pick for Cooper Kupp. He is on probably the tail end of his career, but it reminds me of Eric Weddle. If you guys remember, the LA Rams brought in Eric Weddle at the end of, and he actually won a Super Bowl ring with the LA Rams. So the comparison is maybe he goes to a new team, makes that one last push. I do think after this contract, he is going to retire. He will be 33 years old at the end of this contract. And I think if it's not at the end of that contract, it could be this year, but it will definitely be at the end. He's been through a lot. I don't think so. Not sure what they're looking at here as to why they would even put us on this list to make Cooper Kupp. Maybe that's, or to trade for Cooper Kupp. Maybe they have such a high opinion of us that, you know what, we trade for this guy and we're going all the way. I don't know about that. Cooper Kupp, great receiver, still can kill you as well, but he's been through a lot of injuries. And I just don't think it's something the Detroit Lions do, especially not for a second-round pick and knowing what we need on defense. But I would love to know your thoughts down in the comments below. Would you give up a second-round pick for Cooper Kupp? Would you take on his $8 million salary that will be left? And do you think the Detroit Lions could use him? Let me know your thoughts. This channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. And if you would like a replica helmet like the one that I have on my desk, they are currently in stock at Green Gridiron, and they have a More You Save going on for a little while longer. So that will be the pinned comment if you guys are interested in a helmet. They also have some other stuff, some new stuff that's kind of coming in as well. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. If you're wondering why it looks different, my blue light glasses, I left them upstairs. So that's what's different about this video.